What do snow boots and a block have to do with the splits? Well, I'm about to show you. This is a tutorial to get your splits over time. Just like handstands, you want to take your time, use your breath, and your patience and perseverance when you start a new posture journey. So to start, you want to warm up your hamstrings. So you'll come onto your back knee and then straighten the front leg, flex the foot up towards the ceiling, and stay here, start to fold. Breathe. And many times in classes, you'll see people given the option, sit down on their heel. If you don't feel sensation in your hamstring, lift back up. You want to search for that sensation. Then you might move into lunge, hamstring stretch, lunge, hamstring stretch, lunge. Now, we'll use the block to come into a half frog pose. This is going to be really nice. Now, if frog pose by itself is enough for you, you bring your knee out from your hip, flex the foot so the ankle's directly behind your knee, you stay here, first place, maybe come onto your forearms. If you're already in frog and you feel an intense stretch, don't move on. But if you don't really feel your frog pose, bring your knee on your block and then come back into this half frog position and breathe. And if you don't feel your frog pose at all, a little trick of the trade is to push your hips towards the wall behind you slightly. You'll feel the intensity for sure. Okay? Now, the next thing is something that works. Every person I've told this to and has followed it gets their splits within 3 months minimum, unless they have like an injury or something. So you get snow boots. I live in Utah, so snow boots. Or ankle weights. And right before bed, it's a really nice, relaxing thing. You'll do a wall sit with a wide V with your boots on or your ankle weights. Play 3 of your favorite songs and just zone out, relax. So, here I go with my snow boots. And I just sit here and breathe and relax. And then over time, I'll wiggle my feet down a little bit further as my hamstrings relax even more. Now, the tricky part about this is when you start to release the posture, bend your knees, move slowly, help yourself. Do that every night, you're definitely gonna get your splits. Okay, so now as you start to make your journey to splits, moving towards the actual posture, you're going to bring your hands on either side of you. Now check out my back knee. If you have a dance background or you just have open hips, externally rotated hips that is, you might bring your knee out to the side. This is injury zone, don't do that. Your knee is straight down. That's why I tuck my back toes here to help keep my hips square and that back knee down. So no knee to the side, knee straight down. Now you start to slowly stretch your feet apart. I like to think, inhale, lengthen my hamstrings, exhale, move into that new space. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, move. What you're doing with this breath and visualization is you're literally training your nervous system to be in this new position in your body and to know it's okay. So once you're down all the way and your knees straight down, you can bring that back foot down and maybe keep the front toes flexed or point them, your choice, and then hands to the center of the chest. But you keep wanting to press the right hip down or left hip, whichever one's facing down towards the floor to square your hips. Hands to the center of the chest or lift arms up overhead. So one thing that has really helped me in these postures and as I make growth in my postures is to go as far as I can each day, calm down my nervous system, and then hold the pose as long as I can. Because then you're training yourself to be in this new position and letting your body, your mind, your spirit know that you're totally fine in this position, everything is good, and it becomes your new, neutral place to work from in the future for your following postures. Anyway, Send me any questions, comment below if you have questions about your journey to splits.